I've been so excited for this show. Oh my god.
I think the other thing I'm excited for in Korea is, and then just being blown away by how energetic the crowds are. The crowd reactions are the strongest in the world. Wow. Man, I feel like I could cry actually. My name is Poterrovinson, and I'm a musician, artist, singer-songwriter, and DJ. The biggest difference between this time and last time is I'm playing with a live band, and when I first started to perform with a band, I knew I wanted to have the energy of other musicians and people moving behind me. I wanted the show to be less about visuals and more about the songs. I've come to realize that songs are like these magical creatures that can outlive the artist. And a song can stay with you for the rest of your life. If I can add one more thing, I think the other thing I'm excited for in Korea is almost every international artist has had the experience of going to perform in Korea and then just being blown away by how energetic the crowds are. The crowd reactions are the strongest in the world. And so it made me want to make a couple of adjustments to the set list. I'm not sure if that translates to the live concerts, so we'll see tonight. But the other thing that I feel is, in Korea, I feel actually a little bit of pressure. My image of Korean music is, of course, K-pop and idols, and the level of perfection is so high. Of course, I don't think there's the same expectation for an international artist who's in his 30s, but even so, I feel the pressure a bit. I feel I have to really nail it. Smile was honestly about my fans and about my own relationship to fame and kind of thinking about fame as an addiction. You know, a lot of artists struggle with addiction, whether it's drugs or alcohol, and I've cut all those things out of my life. I'm completely sober, but I still think I struggle with being addicted to the approval of my audience. There's times where they hate you and they're mad at you, and there's times that they love you, and I wrote about those feelings. So a song like Cheerleader, the cheerleader in that case is my fans. So when I say, oh, I thought she needed me, but I need her, I'm saying it's a two-way street.
It's not fair, 'cause I know you like the back of my...
Recent one that was really amazing was I contributed to the Zed song Clarity, lead melody and stuff like that of the instrumental, and then a different top line was written for it. And at the time, so basically the short version is I ended up taking my name off of that song, but it was a song that I worked on a lot, and fans have since figured that out. In the Philippines, I just played the chords of Clarity on the piano and had the crowd sing it. That was unforgettable. I mean, I had goosebumps up and down my... As the melody went higher and higher, their voices became louder, and that was unforgettable.
The sing-along is called ㅅ창 in Korean.
Oh, okay. I don't know this.
So they would know if you've had any specific moments like that in Korea.
I'm gonna listen out for it in particular tonight, and actually tonight I'm gonna need the crowd's help because I'm sick. So wait, what's the word? Maybe I can say it on stage.
ㅅ창.
떼창. I'll write it down on my set list. But
I'm a little bit sick today, just a little bit sick. But if you can, please sing as loudly as possible for the rest of the show. Thank you so much. 감사합니다.
around the time of MySpace, so 2004, 2005, there was a lot of emo bands and scene emo metalcore bands that emerged, and they tried to incorporate electronic elements into their music, right? But they did so pretty amateurishly because they were working with rock producers, and that kind of amateurism became really appealing to me. And I listened to it, I was like, I like how cheap the sounds are. Like the synths in this is a kind of weird example, but the Killers, the synths sound really cheap to me, really thin, and I really like that. And I decided to start playing the guitar for the first time for this album. The bands of the early 2000s becoming influenced by electronic music. I'm an electronic musician becoming influenced by rock, and I wanted to embrace my own amateurism in that way and cheapness. Like I didn't grow up listening to rock music, I only listened to electronic music. And they weren't nostalgic to me. Everyone else around me, it's super nostalgic, but not for me because I'm hearing it for the first time. So I think I got to interpret it in a different way. I'm always looking for something new to fall in love with. That's one of the things that I really resist about people getting older is I've noticed that people's tastes become crystallized in the things that they liked when they were 14, 15 years old. I'm scared of not loving new things, you know? Because I think that's how you die as an artist, actually. I think what an artist does is they take in the world around them and it gets filtered through their heart and their mind and their taste. And what comes out is your creation, right? And the hardest times for me as an artist was when I was so depressed or so anxious that I didn't give myself the chance to love new things. So in terms of games, anime, music, all media, even travel, like I'm just looking for new input. If I can find a new song or new game that makes me feel strongly, I know it will come out as art on the other side. So all of life comes through. That's a hard one.
Yeah, it is a very hard one. What was the first anime you ever watched?
A first anime I ever watched, it's gotta be Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know it was anime. I just thought it was cartoons. I didn't know it was Japanese. But my biggest passion, honestly, is much more than anime is Japanese music. I think I realized the thing that I loved most about anime was just the opening and closing songs. I listen to so much. I have this habit, actually, whenever I'm on the plane, I download YouTube videos and I download Billboard J-pop Top 100 and so it's like a cut of the chorus of each song and I'm like super obsessed with tracking like, oh, this song went to number 5. I'm like obsessed with the J-pop charts, and actually I started doing it with the K-pop charts too. This year I started going like, so I found this Korean rock band called Lucy, and the lead singer, he's actually coming to the show tonight. I'm really excited.
Sick.
Yes.
These are all the top comments.
Yeah.
And if you press
can just hit translate. Oh, okay, nice.
So
nice.
You can just scroll down.
Sure,
and
sure.
Just go through. Respond to
Also,
everyone.
I'm worried about getting you sick, so.
It's
yeah,
fine.
just the
I've
phone.
been sick.
Is your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Poterrorbinson. If a game company goes bankrupt, the server can no longer be maintained, so the game world disappears. The game completely dies. I wanted to discuss the inaccessibility of the world I loved as well as its death. And it's true. The main inspiration behind the album Worlds was this feeling of, well, a lot of us grew up with game worlds, right? And they can feel as real as any place in the world. And so that feeling of longing to go there, of wanting to go back there, was an inspiration for the album. And that feeling gets even stronger when it's like a net game, when it's an online game, and they can kind of delete those game worlds forever. And so that was the inspiration. I know exactly what they mean. It's like a bittersweet feeling. And I get that too after watching Ghibli movies. Like, you experience something so fantastic and it leaves you with a sense of longing. I feel that way about actually finishing any like book or TV series or movie where it's like, it's over. Like, it's so funny because almost all these comments that are written in Korean, they're so easy for me to understand and translated to English because I've seen almost the same comments in English. Like, it's something that connects netizens in the US and Korea. Somebody said, like, it sounds like Bimo and Finn and Jake from Adventure Time. I've seen that as well. At the time, I was really inspired by Adventure Time. And then this person says, I keep thinking about that feeling of when you're playing with someone in a game and you say, oh, today was really fun, I'll see you tomorrow. And then the next thing you see is the person last logged on 7 years ago. Like, your last time playing with somebody in an online game. I'm getting the chills. I'm so happy we're playing this song in tonight's show.
Yeah.
So cool. Wow. Man, I feel like I could cry, actually. Like, it makes me feel really happy that despite the language barrier, like, the emotions that I put into this song are totally understood and felt. Like, precisely. It's not like the vague emotions, the precise emotion. is felt by these people. It's really, really cool. Yeah, but definitely wash your hands, okay?
Can you give us a hint or a sneak peek about the new direction or image you're trying to showcase in the future?
I see. It's a really good question, but I myself don't have the answer because I basically finished the Smile album, went straight to rehearsals, and I've been on tour non-stop since finishing the album. So I've had no space to make something new yet. But I want to move quickly if I can. I made Smile in a shorter period of time than the previous album took 6 years. So I made Smile in about 2 years. And I would like to continue moving fast. But as an artist, you can't really control anything, I feel. I think that it's like the universe is, as an artist, I think you're receiving things, and sometimes creativity is kind to you and sometimes it's not, so I can't really control it. But I'm hoping I can make something really good really fast. Yeah, but it's hard to control. Yeah. Thanks guys, thank you very much. 감사합니다.